Microsoft Windows contains a built-in media server that you can access from devices on your home network such as other computers, televisions and any devices that support DLNA media streaming. The Windows Media Server can allow any of these network devices to play media files from your computer, be they pictures, music, video or recorded TV. In this video we will cover how to turn on and configure this capability on your Windows PC. Windows Media Streaming is disabled by default when Windows is installed, and it also tends to be disabled with every Windows update, even if it had been enabled previously. You can turn on media streaming, as well as configuring it, via the Windows Media Player application. Type Media Player in the Windows search box, and click on the link for the Windows Media Player application when it appears. From within the Windows Media Player, click on the Stream menu down arrow, and click on the last option to turn on media streaming. If the last option is showing as more streaming options, then media streaming is already enabled. On the next screen, click on the Turn on Media Streaming button. A list of network devices will appear with an allowed checkbox against each one of them indicating whether they are enabled for media streaming or not. You can select or deselect which devices you wish to be able to support Windows Media Streaming to. Click the Allow All button to enable media streaming to all of the listed devices. If you click the Block All option, you are turning media streaming off again. On this screen you can also customize what media is visible, based on the rating assigned to it in the Windows Media Player, and the media's parental rating if parental controls have been enabled. You can customize the settings at a global level for all devices or specifically for each device. If you are setting up media streaming for the first time, we would recommend starting with the default settings. You can then fine-tune these once you have streaming up and running. Click OK when you are finished on this screen. Also in the Stream menu, please ensure that the Automatically Allow Devices to Play My Media option is ticked. With media streaming enabled, you then need to configure which folders containing media content are enabled for streaming. You need to do this for each of the media types defined in Windows, specifically, music, videos, pictures, and other media. Let's take an example. Click on the Organize menu down arrow, and then click on Manage Libraries and select Videos. With the Add option, you can now select a folder you wish to enable for media streaming of videos. Navigate to the required folder, select it, and click the Include Folder button. The folder will now be indexed, and will be visible to client devices such as a TV or Xbox. You can remove a folder for streaming by selecting it, and then clicking on the Remove button. If you add a folder that contains subfolders, then those subfolders will also be enabled for streaming for the specific media type the main folder was added for. If you have a folder that contains music, videos and pictures, and you wish to be able to stream all three media types, you will need to add the folder individually under each media type. In order to access the media files from your client device, you will need to select your computer as the source device for media. You should see your computer appear under its system name on the client device once streaming is turned on. When you select it, you will normally see 3 or 4 different media options, so select the one you wish to use. You will then be presented with a hierarchy of media-enabled folders on your PC. The exact format and means of selection will vary based on the client you are using. Note that Windows is able to stream media formats which it doesn't support natively, such as MKV or H.265 formats. If you have a client device that supports these, you will still be able to stream them even though Windows doesn't support them by default. The ability to render any particular streamed file is totally down to the streaming client. If you have an older television, for example, it may support media streaming from your computer, but it may not support rendering H.265 or 4K video files. Attempting to stream these will fail with an error message on your client device, or the files may not appear at all on the client. Your client device may also have limitations in terms of the file size supported for a particular media type, and any files exceeding this will not be visible. Please refer to your client documentation for details of what it supports and any associated limitations. Windows Media Streaming is an extremely powerful capability, and with modern DLNA-enabled TVs, it opens up tremendous flexibility in terms of how you play back media without the need for any additional hardware or software. Modern TVs will tend to support most of the video formats of interest, and where a particular format isn't supported, you can usually use an application such as Handbrake to convert the video to a supported format that can be played back. As a final note, do remember that media streaming will usually be turned off when a new Windows update is applied, so if your streaming device can't see your computer, The first thing to check is whether media streaming is still turned on. Thanks for watching today. Hit a like on the video if you found it of use, and please hit the subscribe button and notification bell to receive notice of more videos like this.